Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I am so grateful that you you see how it is in Zoom, like everybody basically wants to hide. And these guys stepped up like above and beyond. They're like, Shamsun's she wasn't even in the class, like Narun just like forced her to be the character. So, that was, and you did an amazing job. You were very strong. So I appreciate you all for like stepping forward and taking that on. If you want to kind of go down the line and just state your name and school.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I'm from William Cullen Bryant High School.
Hi, my name is Mim, and I'm from Bryant too.
Hi, my name is Narun. I was in Bryant High School, but yeah.
Hi, I'm Shamsun, and I am now going to Academy for Young Writers.
Oh, very cool. So you're the writing one.
Yes.
That's wonderful. How is that going?
It's going well.
You liking it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Awesome. So what, tell us a little bit about kind of how you remember the process going for the filmmaking. Like, how did we come to this idea for this film?
Who's going first?
Angela, let's start with you.
Yeah.
We were brainstorming about like the topic we want, but most of us agreed to like do climate change related topic. And
I think there was something about like, what was, the earliest one was like,
I think it was
Like
about
mind
mental
control?
health or
Mind
something.
control?
I think it was climate, like
Mind
mind
control,
control. And
yeah.
then, we were trying to figure out like how somebody visiting the Zoom would be mind controlling you.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
I think I had seen this episode of, he used to work with Jon Stewart, now he has his own show on HBO. John Oliver, thank you. Yes, so there was a John Oliver show about these companies that are fronts that do all these like recycling programs, green initiatives, but they're basically funded by Exxon. So they're put out there to make Exxon feel better about ruining the world, basically. And so I brought this to class and I was like, look at this video, like this is horrendous. And then there were a bunch of TikToks, because I'm addicted, so I was on TikTok and I was like,
As we all are.
as everybody, and I was like, and the people were starting to talk about this more and more in their like environmental TikToks about these like front companies that are pushing, like it's all up to you, it's you, like how's your shower, turn off the lights, recycle, all that's great, but it's not going to make a dent if we don't force the companies to change, right? So when I brought it to them, it kind of went from a fictional thing to like real. And then it was like our town has been affected by this, like can we look into that, let's talk to the environmental activists, let's look into that. So it was interesting to me because it kind of was trying to walk that line between fiction and reality, in trying to sculpt it. So how did you guys feel about that?
I mean, it was great. We had we incorporated the reality into a fictional thing and gave a real message to everyone around us.
And did you learn stuff that you didn't already know?
I learned a lot. I learned more about the environment, the creeks and how they were polluted, and all the whole process of it. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be a part of something like that.
Yeah, in school, we don't learn about those stuff, what's happening in our community. But through the film, we understood so many things that's happening around us that we really don't know about and how it's affecting us. So yeah.
And it's a shame because, you guys have such a powerful voice, and if you knew more, and you're so passionate about everything, so I feel like you should be informed because you will help make the future change that comes. We can help steer you, but it's you. Now it's your world, right, to shape. So you should know as much about it as possible. So what would you have, any advice for young filmmakers?
I guess I'll go first. For me, just do it. This life is short. We need a lot of people to stand up together. Just keep doing it. Just do it. There isn't any other chance than now. So my complete advice is just do it and just go where life takes you.
Yeah, don't be scared. There are going to be your friends that are like, oh, why are you making that film, this and that. Just don't listen to other people. Do what your heart says. Do not step out of it,
I just like to say to like enjoy the moment. Like, don't restrict yourself from like doing whatever. Just do everything at the moment. So like that. I'm nervous.
It's like
It's okay. We're all like, you know, we're all here being weird and nervous together. It's all good. It's all good.
So yeah, just enjoy everything at the moment.
I'm even coming here, like you guys, I felt like, so the reason like I picked that music, that like hard rock music, was because my overwhelming feeling working with you was like, they're so badass. Like they're just, they really just like grabbed this, they ran with it, you know, you came forward when everyone else was hiding in Zoom, and like, and you really just took it on and gave it life, and I was just so grateful, and I just admire you all for what you've done, so.
We admire you for letting us do us.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Yes, thank you so much for letting us.
It's a two-way street, like I couldn't, you know, like I couldn't have done it without you doing it, so you stepping up made the film, like I could have talked all I wanted to empty heads, it wouldn't have made anything happen. So it was you guys taking that step and being brave, and even being here right now is being brave, right?
Yeah.
Because you didn't know what to expect, but is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, just, I would say, I admire you all very much, because I know how scary it can be, and you all were just amazing, and you're still brave and amazing, and I love it, so.
Life is all about experience.
It is, it is. I think there was a guy on the panel previously who said, and this was always my best advice, was, if you say, oh, I can't do that, I've never done that, well, do it, and then you've done it. Like literally, it's as easy as that. But it's so hard because your head and your emotions and your friends and your family are going to give you, you know, doubts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you've done it, nobody can tell you you can't do it because
Yeah.
you've done it. Like, no, I can do that. I did it, right?
Yeah.
You know, so really try to take that with you going forward, because it's so true. And like, it's the simplest, hardest thing ever is just to believe that you could do something, whatever it is, you know. Even this whole festival, like, you know, people were like, you can't do that, you know, like, well, I'll give it a try, if it works, it works, if it doesn't, you know, and so once you've done it, you've done it,
Yes.
and then
There's
nobody
no
can
going
tell
back.
you you can't do it,
Yeah,
right?
there's no going back. You just keep moving forward,
Exactly.
like life.
Exactly. I love you, Narun. I love you all. Thank you so much. Any last thing you want to say before we wrap up, or any questions from the audience?
Yeah.
Evie, our star.
No, first of all, I loved it because when I first heard that you were going to try and create a film like using Zoom, I was like, wow, how are they going to do that? So I was really, really impressed, and I hope that you're going to show it to everyone at Bryant and also the schools that you may be going to now, because I actually think it really raises some very important issues. I guess my question is, like, what was the most challenging thing about doing this? I mean, because I think you were, you know, you're joining like a program where you know, global kids, but then also partnering with Astoria Film Festival to create a film. So like, what was the most challenging thing about the process?
It was the Zoom meetings. so like sometimes when we were saying lines, like it lagged, or someone's camera was not in sync. Like those were like the.
Yeah, there were a lot of technical glitches. I think that was like, you know, or like if somebody had a bad connection that day,
Yeah.
then you
We
had to
have
like
to re-say it. Like,
reshoot it the next week, or like, okay, so is anyone else with a good connection ready to do their lines?
yeah, let's just keep going back and forth.
Yeah, I think when we got Costa on the line, because we were all there with him, but then it was like awful connections, so then we basically had to, you know,
Reschedule.
I was like, right, let me talk to Costa, and then I'll come back and get you guys late another time, and then I spliced it all together, so, you know, just kind
Magic
of,
of editing.
yes.
Can I ask one?
Of course.
I guess could each of you tell me, like, what did you learn about yourself by participating in this?
Oh.
Go, Evie.
What did you learn about yourself?
What I learned about myself is that I can like push myself to do stuff and not enjoy it at the same time. Like,
And not enjoy it?
no.
I was like, wait, what? I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
And yeah. Like,
So you're uncomfortable, but you get it, then you're
Uncomfortable.
proud
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, I think that's a lot of us.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh.
I think we're going this order as
What I
well.
learned about myself is that I can act, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Mine's is similar to Mim's. I'm like, oh, I can act. I do have a passionate voice. So I'm like, okay, I can probably use it. Like, wow, like I can do so much more. Like, I didn't know that I had it. So like, Nina just kept telling me like, you have the skill. You're great. You're awesome. I was like, really? I just like learned it as I kept acting. So it was just like.
But you were already doing it in every class. Like Nurun was like the voice, right? I mean, come on. How many of us did she save in each class where you're sitting there like, somebody say something, somebody put on your camera, and Nurun, and it was like, I love this girl. So yeah, you were already that. You were already that person. You know?
I guess it was just
You just have to
process it.
your understanding of yourself and who you are need to have a
Connection.
a conversation.
Me.
Yes.
I forced her into this film. Just to clarify.
What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself?
I learned that I could be a little badass at some time.
Yes,
I
very.
learned to try and be a little more confident at myself.
I pushed her.
You pushed me. I mean, if I didn't get dragged here, I wouldn't be here. So.
But yet you did an amazing job. Like you didn't perform like someone who was half, into it. You like went all out. And that's what I really admired because I knew you were being pushed into it. Somebody else one of the guys was supposed to do it and they backed out. And that was, and then Norun's like, my sister's here. I'm like,
Drag her.
I was like, yeah.
It's like, what am I reading? And so literally it's just amazing, amazing. So you really, all of you need to get your confidence up to where your amazingness level is. Because your amazingness level is way up here, your confidence is way down here. Like, get them together for coffee or something. Like, they need to meet. They need to meet.
A good conversation, just deep in deep hand.
Yes. It's in your hands.
In your hands, we gotta have a conversation.
Yes. Get that confidence level up to who you are.
Ooh,
Yes, Sarah.
I just wanted to know, based on this experience today and also the year when we were doing it virtually, what are you now most excited for the future with, based on like your experience now with film and being on a panel in a movie?
Doing more films.
More
I can brag to everyone. Hey, I am this.
I was in a film.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the lead. I'm in a
carpet,
film.
bro.
We're fancy. We're celebrities.
I
We're
had my
popular.
screening at Kaufman. I was on a panel. I did
Yes.
a step and repeat interview.
I forced her on my own beautiful sister.
Well, that's what older sisters are for. So,
I clap for myself.
good. You should. Well, I appreciate you. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Does anyone else have a question? I appreciate you guys so much. I love you dearly, and I hope you always keep in touch. And I hope we work again in the future together.
Yes,
Yes.
we will. We all love you back dearly. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.